So growing up, my dad had a saying or a philosophy that all people, all children, are born geniuses. It just depends on how many times they hit their head to get where they are now. That's a really fun philosophy to use to judge people every day. And you know, you have conversations with certain people, we all know who they are, and you go, you were drunk like 8 times, weren't you? And I have narrowed it down to 3 people specifically who have probably the most brain damage out of anybody on earth. The first person are the people who make Facebook announcements that they're leaving Facebook. Nobody fucking cares. They're like, the drama. I'm sad and I'm tired of this social media. If you're my real friend, you have my contact info. It's like, shut up. Now, the second person is the guy that tries to start a conversation with you in a public restroom. Like I'm sitting there trying to make bears, and the guy goes, "You see the game last night?" I go, "Who the fuck? Why? I'm trying to push toxins out of my body, and you're trying to socialize with me. That's illegal. Your dad probably dribbled you in a basketball game and laid your ass up. That's why you're like that. Don't do that." Now the third person, and this is somebody that we're all familiar with, is stand-up comics. They have the most head trauma, and I can prove it because I have a story. You guys want to hear a story?
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, around 7 years old, I was very excitable. I had ADHD, still kind of do. And I got home one day from school and I saw the camper out in front of our yard. And I was like, oh, we're going camping. And I run inside and my parents are getting so afraid. And I'm like, are we going camping? They're like, you want to mind toning it back a bit? Yes, we're going camping. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go over there. So I go to my room and I get all my stuff back. And I come back out and I'm like, are we leaving? Are we going right now? My parents go, okay, give us an hour. We're going to get ready, and we'll be going. And my child brain thought, I'm going to move the camper. I'll move it. If I move it, they move too, and we go faster. So I go outside, I close the door behind me, I get on my really cool running shoes with the lights on my sides, because it makes me go faster, don't fucking question it. And I look at the camper and I go, I'm going to move it. And I go from standing still to a full-on sprint. And I smack the side of the camper, and I knock myself out cold. Gone. I am down. I have been KO'd by an inanimate object. And my mom comes out 15 minutes later, and she goes, "Oh my God, my baby's dead!" And my dad comes out, and he has a very different reaction. He goes, "Got him good." And so my dad checks my breathing, and he looks at my eyes. My eyes have rolled into the back of my head. And that's when I can pinpoint exactly in my life when I went from potentially being a doctor to I can tell stories on stage. Thank you. I've been hungry. Keep it going for Hunter Iacobellis.